Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Battle Brothers Let's Play. So we're continuing on of our second go-round of the 1.0 version of Battle Brothers, this time at the veteran difficulty rather than the highest difficulty. And so far, so good. We won a battle in our first episode, and today we're going to be taking the abandoned Stronghold and whatever lies within for a decent little sum of crowns, at least for the early game. We are working toward our objective of 12 men. We've already got 11. We've had pretty good luck hiring people. I think that's, again, a function of the difficulty. We were really struggling to find people that we could afford in the last playthrough. Actually, not so much. It was just that they kept dying really quickly. In this playthrough so far, we've had a lot of great luck with finding people to hire, but also some pretty good luck with keeping them alive. And we hope to continue that trend today. So before we jump into this battle, I've renamed a couple more characters in accordance with a couple of the names that were added to the last playthrough right at the end and didn't really get much playtime. So the first is Keenan the Honorable. This guy was requested for a mace wielder, and so since we gave Ulrich a mace, I figured he would be a good candidate for that name. Xander the Ox is getting a second shot at life as I forget what this guy's name was, but he's a spearman. Who else do we have? Alexander the Blue is once again returning as one of our, I'm going to call him like pikeman or billman or something, but right now he's a pitchforkman, which doesn't sound nearly as good. And then we have Thomas the Eagle-Eyed, and I believe that's all for the new names. So with that, we're going to go ahead and jump right into this fight. I don't know if we're going to be up against undead or bandits. If it is undead, we may regret bringing so many spears. But given the lesser difficulty and the fact that this is a one skull mission, I think we'll be alright either way. But keep in mind, if we are facing undead, the optimal weapons would be like swords and axes and hammers and things like that. Spears against undead, terrible idea. So what do we got? Oh, it's undead. I can just take it. Can you take it and run? So let's see. Fire. What do we want to do? I'm going to read this out loud because I have no idea what's going on. So you step into the abandoned stronghold and take a good look around. It's not a moment later that Torhelm points out the Staff of Golden Harvest, the relic sitting atop a stone podium that's covered in moss and cobwebs. He also points to something else sitting across the room, a very nice looking Fire adorned to a tall statue's body. The rest of the place is dilapidated and looking ready to crumble right on top of your heads. What it's doing there is definitely questionable. Perhaps the birds of Hermes should stick to what it was tasked to do. So I'm going to assume if I take whatever that thing is, that the statue holding it is going to come to life and just destroy us. But that sounds like it could be a lot of fun. So we're going to do it. Yeah. Oh, it's just a stupid fox. Damn it. I think it might be a legendary one, though. But yeah, we're fighting ancient dead, so these spears are really gonna suck. But it is what it is. Ancient auxiliaries. Okay, so we got 4 of them. That's actually not so bad. That's not nearly as bad as on the highest difficulty. A one skull mission generally entailed like 6 of these guys and 2 or 3 legionaries and maybe a necro savant. So facing 4 of these guys is really not a big deal to me. Everybody just hang out for now. We might move up one, but I'm gonna let the enemy sort of show their hand first. Also, if we could loot some of their stuff, that'd be fantastic, because their helmets are really, really good. They're 95 armor, so significantly better than anything that we have. Their shields are on par with our shields. A little bit easier to break them, but I think they look way cooler, and so that's a fair trade in my book. We could move in and get the first attack, and that might not be such a bad idea. Especially given that our ranged weapons are going to be pretty much ineffective against them. So let's go for it. Don't smack him in the head, because that's the one place he's got protection. Smack him in the body. But you hit him in the head anyways, what's the point of that? Shoot that guy since he doesn't have a shield. So his armor is gone, not that he had any to begin with. I mean, he did, but it was like a tattered cloak, so call it what you will. The issue with these guys is I don't think they have melee weapons. I think I forgot to equip them with melee weapons, or I just didn't have anything to give them. So that's going to be fun. But yeah, moving in, we're going to, again, take the initiative here and get the first attack off. How successful we'll be in that, I don't know, but we're going to try. That actually hit for a decent amount of damage, so maybe all is not lost. There was only 4 of them, so I'm not like sweating about it or anything, but I would not be surprised if we maybe lost one guy in this fight. It's certainly possible. Torbjorn, I hope you are ready to jump right in the middle of this, because that's the only place for you right now. Hans, you're gonna take up the left flank there. We're almost done with this guy. If we could drop him sooner rather than later, that'd be great. And he's actually taking some damage too. As long as we can avoid hitting him in the head, we should be alright. Because that's the one place they can soak damage, is the head and the shield. Alright, you know what? I'm going to try to swing around the shields. I would love to loot them and be able to use them against... Perfect, so he dropped his spear and his shield. It's exactly what I wanted. Their stuff is actually decent. It's not the best. It is a little bit better than like first tier weaponry and armor and stuff. It's a little bit better against armor. Sweet. So what did he drop? Oh, he might not have dropped anything. I wanted his helmet at the very least. Why don't you surround him? Nice. So he should... I don't remember... They change the game so often, or they patch the game so often that I lose track of certain mechanics. I don't think they get the shield wall bonus when they're surrounded. So his shields just become a lot less effective. No, you destroyed his helmet. That's the one thing. Like, hit him in the body. The body's not covered. You need to reload and just keep shooting him. Did you even fire that thing? Like, did it hit the tree right in front of you? That would be embarrassing. He dropped the shield at least. Cool. So that went really smoothly. We got 2 level ups out of it. And 2 helmets, 3 shields, and a spear. Not too bad. And then some ancient gold coins that sell for a whole heck of a lot. Almost 1,000. They're worth almost 1,000. Whether or not we'll get that is another story. So let's get some of those helmets equipped because they're far better than anything we have. Hans, I'll give you this one, which is, yeah, 95, and then this one's going to be 95 as well. Do I want to give that to Torhelm? They look a bit weird on him. To be honest, they look a bit weird on everybody. They're a little bit taller, I think, than they should be. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Who gets this one? I'll give it to Kettlemund, since he's on the other flank. The flanks tend to get torn up the most. And this is... Oh, this is two-handed. Well, well, well. Maybe it was worth stealing, then. I thought it was just a one-handed Falx, which is not very good. But, this is another story. That's pretty good. I think this has the potential to do more damage, though. It's more effective against armor, too, and it can split shields. I don't know that this one can. But we'll give it a quick run and see if it's any good. So Ike, you definitely need some resolve, man. And let's get you some range skill, since you are our primary ranged character. As far as perks go, we're going to make you a student as well. And then Mizko, you're going to be a student. Fatigue, resolve, and... pretty much 2 points anywhere I go. I'm thinking melee skill is going to be his biggest thing, because obviously back here he's a lot less likely to have to defend himself, and so for him the most important thing is being able to land hits consistently. Now in the front line, I think I want to implement some of these shields because I really like the way they look. The only downside to them is they're just less durable than the regular wooden shields. However, that's only really a concern when you're facing orcs, Against anything else, the chances of your shields getting broken is pretty slim, regardless of the type. And let's see, who else gets one? I'll give it to Xander, I guess. I just think they look a lot cooler. And that's the most important thing, right? So back to Loot and Dock, where we'll collect our pay. And then we'll head to Otterndorf and see what they've got for us. But we actually got like a pretty solid weapon out of that. I've never seen one of those in use before, so we're going to kind of play test it and see. Because that's, again, an item from the new Ancient Dead that are new to this update. Well, I think they were in the update right before the 1.0 release, but we didn't play it, so it's new to me. We've seen most of the other Ancient Dead equipment, but not that one, so we'll have to see what sort of abilities it has. I don't know if it's going to be... it's probably very close to like a two-handed cleaver or something. At least I would think so. So they're going to give me roughly what it's worth. I guess I'll take it, because that is a nice amount of money to add to our coin purse there. You know what? Let's grab some food while we're here. The tools are a bit overpriced. We're going to see if we can't find them for a little bit less elsewhere. What else do we have? Really nothing. There's not a whole lot here. I don't think we're going to need this hood, so I'm going to sell that. I'm going to keep the pickaxes just in case. And there wasn't anybody else here that really looked like they were worthy of hiring. I mean, these two aren't terrible. They're not that great, and you're paying for weapons that you're not going to use, so I don't like to do that. I guess let's leave. So, Otterndorf, what do you got for me? Hopefully you work, because we need to keep working. Things are definitely going smoother than the start of our last playthrough. Yeah, we're finding work more consistently. Seem to be finding gear that we can use more consistently. Although it's all, like, I've been finding tons of pitchforks and very little of anything else. Let's see. Arnulf, the Gravedigger. Well, you know what? It's body. I was hoping for, like, a ranged character, though. But I guess we're not going to find it for that price. He's not very good, though. He's only asking for 6 per day, which means he's going to need a lot of leveling up to be any sort of useful. So I think we're just going to go shorthanded for now. Although I could just hire him to get to the ambition of 12. He might be worth it just for that, and if he dies, he dies. In fact, let's just do that so we can complete the ambition. So I have no expectations for you, pal. Just stay alive as long as you can. You know what? He could become a ranged character. He's got 2 stars in it. I don't know if I've ever explained what those mean. Basically, for most stats, when you level up, you have the chance of getting, like, you know, when you allocate points, like 2 or 3 or whatever, if there's no stars, it's usually 2 to 4 points randomly. If there's 1 star, then it's 3 to 4 points. And if there is 2 stars, then it's always 4. And if you have 3 stars, then it's 4 or sometimes 5. Some stats are less than that, so it's the same scale, but it's shifted over 1. So it's like 1 to 3, and then 2 to 3, and then 3 and 4. But that's how the stars work. So basically, the stars just mean that you're going to get a high number to level up more consistently. And I thought there was a job here. Did we accept it already? No. Okay. Why did I think there was a job here? Anywho, let's move on. Maybe we waited too long and it disappeared. Or I'm just remembering... I'm remembering Loot and Dock instead of Otterndorf or something. I don't know. I don't know anymore. But yeah, we got our ambition complete, so it's going to tell me to save up for the standard next. And we got work here. Marketplace. Do you have any ranged weapons? You have a bow. So I will take said bow. And some arrows. And we're going to give those to Arnulf. Actually, you should probably have something to wear. There we go. And I guess, as a melee weapon, you're going to take your stick for now. I'll try to get you something better later. Hans, I'm gonna give you the ancient spear because that is a lot better. It is a lot better against armor. Basically, is the advantage of that one. Thomas, you can have his spear. Whoops. So that you have some sort of melee weapon, and Ike, I'm gonna give you a pickaxe just so you have something. But I don't plan on you ever needing it, or at least I hope you're not ever gonna need it. Who should get the leather cap? 3 days, 3 days. I like having the spearmen be more tanky than the other guys. So I'll give it to you. That means that Ike can have your cap. And I'll give you a nicer looking hood, rather than the ratty one that you had on there. Okay, let's sell some of this junk. And I think we're pretty good there. Another pitchfork actually wouldn't be a terrible idea. But we don't desperately need them, so I'll probably leave it alone. The tools here are overpriced, so we won't bother with those either. Is there anybody here vastly superior to who we have? Not really. Yeah, I won't bother. Right then, so let's see what this is all about. 300. Will you pay me a little bit more? I don't think you understand how this works. If I don't do it, it's not going to get done. That's how this world works. But I'll accept. Because it's probably just some dumb bandits. So everybody has a weapon, correct? Alright. I've forgotten to equip people and sent them out there like with their fists, basically. They can punch. If you forget to equip a guy, you can have him throw his fists around, but it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. They don't hit very often or very hard. But if you're ever in a pinch and you don't have a weapon, you can try to punch people. And brawlers are actually pretty decent at it. I mean, it's not as good as somebody with a real weapon, but again, in a pinch, it can work. A bunch of thugs. So let's try to wrap this up quick because we are running out of time. So, do I want to charge them or should I let them charge me? I'm going to at least let them move up into my archer's range. Yeah, just like that. You're going to eat. Some of you, one of you is going to eat a crossbow bolt. I just don't know who yet. Probably this guy. You carry the big weapon, you get the first shot. Well, in this case, the first couple. We're going to pour everything on him. Let's see. Spears ready. I don't think we're going to bother charging them, because they seem to be pretty content on coming after me. Making this easy for me. Yep, they love attacking these bottom flanks for some reason. But you got high ground, so you got no excuse not to hold it. Let's just have you relax. Everybody fire at him. Oh, come on. There we go. Damn. I was hoping we could do a little bit more damage than that. So you guys just hang out for now, and let's see what they decide to do. Nothing, okay. So they're gonna wait. They're gonna let me waste a little bit of fatigue. That's fine. If they want to hang out, then we're gonna go punch them in the face. And I'd like to kill you. Perfect. So he's no longer a threat. Who gets the next one? 46 is not bad. I'm gonna shoot at him because there's a pretty good chance if I miss, it's gonna hit somebody around him. Yeah, like that. Okay, so you decided to charge the spear line, and looks like you're going to take a crack at it too. And I bet you regret that. Alright, so I think we're going to move everybody down this way. There's one hit, and let's have you shift on in there as well. Not too bad considering they've got armor on. It kills me to give up this high ground, but we're going to do it. I guess he can jump into that spot. So you're already dead. I guess we'll move you here then. You're going to lock on to him so that he can't move anywhere. I'm going to put you right there. You're going to step up to here and take a poke at him. Keenan, why don't you go smack this guy in the face? Hit him in the body. He's got, I mean, either way, he's got pretty crappy armor, so it doesn't really matter. Max, was hoping you could finish him there. You did pretty good, but it would have been nice to just drop him in one go. Like that. That's how you do it. Alright. He's trying to flee, and he caught a spear. Actually, he caught a mace in the back for it. But yeah, they're trying to flee. So we can be pretty aggressive here. Oh, he's not fleeing yet. He's thinking about it, though. He's thinking about it. Let's have you step up to there, and you should be able to shoot over the top. Well, it's almost worked. Why don't you move in here and get rid of his shield, so he's super vulnerable now. And then Ike, why don't you shoot him with a crossbow? Nice. And is that going to be the final swing? Yes, it is. So we did that pretty efficiently, and we got 4 level ups to show for it. A couple of weapons, nothing super useful, but we'll probably hang on to the spear and the shield. Everything else will sell. Hatchet might be worth keeping around. Definitely don't need another woodcutter's axe though, and I have no use for daggers. Okay, blah blah blah, let's go collect our pay, and I think we'll call that episode, or maybe we'll level up and then break it off. Alright. 300 crowns. Yeah, let's level up real quick. It won't take that long. Okay. Keenan. Let's see here. You need fatigue. Everybody needs fatigue. Some resolve. And I guess we'll go melee skill. As far as perks go, we're going to give him student just like everybody else. Xander, you're going to get it as well. Definitely there. And 1 point just absolutely kills me to do that, so melee defense actually isn't a bad idea. For spearmen, melee defense is really, really good. So, I mean, melee defense is good for everybody, but for spearmen in particular that are fighting defensively, because the spears are not offensive weapons, they don't do a lot of damage. I think we're just going to go 4 all the way across there. And you'll get student as well. And then Alexander. Let's see, you got a lot of health, so we'll go something to that effect. And that will do it. So, we got 12 guys. We don't really need anybody else, so we probably won't bother hiring anybody here, although there's actually a lot of really cheap hires in here that would have been probably better pickups than Arnulf here, but he actually has potential to become a decent ranged character. He's got 2 stars there, so it's going to level up faster than his melee skill. But he is fairly competent in melee, so if we gave him a pitchfork or something down the road, he could use it effectively. But at least he has potential here. Same goes for Thomas. Again, not an archer by trade, but we'll try to make him one. Meanwhile, Ike is going to provide most of our range damage output for the time being. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Battle Brothers with you, and I look forward to seeing you back here for the next episode.